Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights of today's LPL 2025 Split 1.
As you do with, say, a Caitlyn who can trap with a Lux or whatever, you don't have those full kill combos. It's just, in the ability trades, you can at least threaten them.
So we have Shanji alone under turret, taking some poke. PP God is coming up. Level 2. Can you really play around that Nidalee? I'm not sure.
Oh, nice route. Gets the put. Dredge line back, still gets the kill. Kyle mounts up and gets out. Now PP God, though, left under the turret. Flandre not taking aggro quite yet. They get a play. They're trying, I think, not to draw too much aggro. Kyle gets to heal up. There's the teleport back, and that's what they were slightly wary of. They'll pull back away, clean out this wave. They're going to dive this again. Oh, Shanji goes forward, still at level 1. The double crash down. Shanji not quite dead. They get 1 kill back. I think it's 2. Anyone's legend, that's a fumble.
Oh, they try and use the full Rage Renekton to break the shield on the Ambassador at level 2. It just doesn't work. Really want to be getting the most out of the early game, out of their early lanes. The fact that they didn't manage to do that, and the Nidalee is behind too, as we've highlighted already. Plan A has gone wrong. How do you respond to go to Plan B? PP God's coming forward. That's a good ult.
Realm Warp after. I don't think they're going to quite catch Tarzan. Kyle, though, now in a serious amount of danger, crashes down. Ult from the side of Aki to get on top of the Rel. And I don't think the Iron Lady is going anywhere this time around. A Shattering Strike by some times, but they can't donate this over to Doinby. I think they might.
No, I think they just want to get this quickly as possible. They've already wasted too much time.
There we go.
And they get it over to him anyway. That will be the feats of strength for the, well, the first one. They will be outnumbered around the dragon. They can't take this fight. Shanks has no TP.
Still hovering here. I don't really know to what end.
Terrain was pretty bad for NIP, but they somehow brute forced their way into the river. Dragon started up again. Ambessa has teleport, is on the tower though. NIP could just wait for Ambessa to get value on top tower. They don't have to fight, but here comes Ambessa anyway.
Double TP's coming on through. Kyle goes into the backline. Shanks gets a full force bomb into the backline. Aki ults away. The turnaround with the bullet time. Dragon secured for 2 in trade. Tarzan trying to run out, but Shanji will claim him. As Flandre flashes on in and makes sure that Miss Fortune lives up to her own namesake. You don't win against the Crocodile. Flandre in a difficult situation here. Might be flambéed. He needs to try and win a 1v3 without ultimate to work with. Flash from Doinby will secure a rune prison. Do not pass go. Do not pick 350 gold.
PP God picks up the kill. Hey, 2-0-4 in the Nautilus. So Dragon goes to anyone. Can't really protect the backline in the same way, especially against a Misfortune or Corki jumping at you in the same kind of way. So did mention that you did mention. Great, cool. We've already covered that one then, but flash away. Van Bessa misses.
Just missing. Oh my days. Hope gets away with it, but I don't know how to really flash forward from PP God to still get the staggering blows. Barriers buys a time. Frontline back off cooldown. And it's a decent magnet storm, but there's just no follow-up. Flandre is finally here. But unfortunately, everyone else is melting. It is just looking like water on the Wicked Witch of the West. NIP come away with 3.
All responsibilities is a player unleashed. NIP will get themselves the mid lane out of turret after taking the bot lane turret.
You have players that do this and then fall off because when that style of play doesn't work anymore, they're no longer good at the game. And for Doinby, that wasn't an issue. Because remember, back when he was on Chalku Reapers, when he first debuted, he was already very good. Hang on, Realm Warp's coming top. There's a double TP basically appearing as Shanks got
he's
TP out. Nice, and got the turret. Very well done.
Might be able to do the work. Very hard though.
Quick bit of update as well. That second dragon was secured as Hope eats a bullet time. They get 2 turrets. Speaking of Doinby.
And Doinby is completely happy with this. Again, just creeping up in gold more and more. Shanks, that's a big tool missing.
We've seen Atacans be given up for big trades. Teams have started to kind of figure out how to play around it a little bit. But I think anyone's legend understandably want to try and contest. It's just gone though. It's a public execution into the backline as well. Tarzan gets run down, flash out. Shanji, Drake count, steps all over him. You gotta dance the dance, and Tarzan didn't know the steps.
I don't know that one, man. It feels like that was a little bit more. That was with a little bit more hatred involved than Drake. Call it a KK step instead. See, completely slams home the door.
Not like him.
PP God gets the ult. Aki now chasing Hope. He has himself a GA Hope. Oh, he's
brings
got flash.
a turtle into a grave is what he does. Flash away is not bad actually. All right, Hope. He's got to be really careful here. Where are you going to back away as it comes the W? No one really gets it anyway. How has it been in 2 games in these 2 series where the Viego's lost a clean 1v1? More land, it's still not enough. Man, that's kind of crazy. And actually a very nice Little removal together. PP God got to be a bit wary here. Nice Dredge tried to interrupt the crash down into the bullet time, puts Kyle in a horrible spot as Doomby Realm warps in and helps Leaf secure a kill. This is what Rises have been doing! Public execution! Barris, for your crimes against our jungler, you are put to death.
Criminal.
Doomby Rise hacks.
GA's still available. He has over 10 CS a minute, 250 CS. I mean, I guess Shanks has been doing the same, both of them doing a bit of hacking there. But with the 3 grubs, everyone grouped up. See how powerful they are to just keep pushing down these turrets. They might even break an inhibitor now.
Oh, the room pressure on Kyle. The Dredge like just shy this time. And credit to PP God as well. Some of these Nautilus plays have been absolutely sublime. And anyone's legends are reeling at this point.
This is why we were excited for this team. Clutch, play on the same page. Everyone
a death cap depending on your option. We have seen a lot of Rice go basically full defensive Zhonyas and Banshees. And a Realm Warp into the back of the players. Kyle is prevented from leaving. Oh, the bullet time! Speaking of leave, his exit Shanji just about shy with the public execution. But Leaf does not have to try! It's over! The game is over! Ninjas in Pyjamas are putting the game to bed!
It's over! Go home! Doomby at level 16 gets the maximum Rise combo damage and slaps anyone's legend into the dirt. This was not close. This was a performance, and it is here to traumatize anyone's legend.
Turns out Ninjas are always pretty good at executing legends over the history, and they do so in style in Game 1. Ninjas in Pyjamas.
The Lee Sin mid comes out from DB again. We've seen it before. We'll see how valuable it ends up being. I'm not sure it's the easiest Shanji.
Yeah, but Tarzan did get
wait, I don't think they know Shanji's here. Has he wrapped around in the right way? Can he get himself a
Flash
stun?
For the Shield of Daybreak. Wingborne Storm's air flash for a bit more slow, a bit more damage. Kyle is going to just be killed. Hope now in danger, forced to cleanse, and the bot lane is broken from anyone's legend.
Shanji gets a kill top, immediately teleports.
TP back in from Doomby's got himself Hydra, can look to play. Grubs 1 and 2 taken, Grub 3, a consideration. Teleport's now flying. Leave over the wall onto Hope. Gonna be in a scary spot. Is this Ashe not enjoying the combo? Leave! Looking to try and get the kill. Flash out from the Ashe. Cleanse now coming onto his Leave is just way too deep. Does not have Flash, does not have E available and goes down. Drive through the wall and Tarzan defends the AD carry.
Ult's used onto Doomby.
Dragon next time. Leave and PP got around. No level 6 for the Leona. Tarzan has got that Impale available. Just don't know how easy it's gonna be.
Hits level 6 off of that wave. Doesn't land.
PP God goes in now. Tarzan forced to flash on out. Decent hostile take with a true shot barrage. Doomby hand shook out. Still gets to go in. A wonderful insect. Doomby makes the Lee Sin mid looks clean.
Oh, the insect. The first one of the game from Doomby. Comes out that Phoenix flying.
And he always does see the angles. Well played there. And again, with the Hydra, should be able to match the Azir in the wave clear. And yes is kind of a little behind the farm, but not massively. Top lane dive. Flandre doesn't have flash, remember. Is just going to be knocked up by the Strangled Thorns, and the plants finish up. The arrow is good, but look what happens. The plants take aggro for PP God, so he doesn't even take a turret.
HP scaling across his kit. Doesn't matter that the Heartsteel's been nerfed.
Such good synergy.
He's just going to get so much value out of it. Now, of course, Gunner was also nerfed too, but still. Dragon now started up. NIP do have that Zyra ult back up and again. Tarzan's coming through.
Tries to get into the back line. Looks to try and get onto Leave. Dragon secured. Aki offered on one side. PP God might be the target being run down. Flash for the ult. That leaves Leave out to dry. Hostile takeover comes on through. But it's not really required. The Strangle Thorns knocked a couple people up, but they can't necessarily get a kill back. Dragon secured, came in a trade. The Ixtal impact still to continue to go forwards. Doomby forced to drop a control ward to hop away to safety.
A really good ult flash from Tarzan. Catches out Leave just on the edge of that fight. And Leave goes down very easy to slam you into. NIP needs to be very careful about this approach. Tarzan goes into the river. Some poke coming out, but Tarzan's already tanky Skarner. It's not easy to poke that guy out.
And the Andrew is really the only thing that's going to be hurting him right now. That involves Aki having plants not on the Herald.
Here comes Yuda. Here comes Azir.
But PP God goes in onto the Skarner. The turnaround's pretty good, but PP God just left out somewhat to dry. Dies. Skarner, though, very low. Gets a shield. Doomby into the backline. Shuffled out. And they lose absolutely everything. Tarzan drives Shanji into a wall. And Tarzan survives. They lose 3. They lose the Heralds. And Doomby's flank does not work.
And steals the goddamn Herald. This Skarner showing its value already, and NIP are not strong enough to really get to the backline in the way that they want.
The shields from the Bastion are absolutely silly. It's not even like he's got a Fimbulwinter or anything. Huge moment.
Just.
They did. NIP tried to manage it, and it looked like we got one decent skirmish of it. Ever after, Tarzan has been on point. Dragon starters would be soul point, and that would be valuable. Mountain Soul this game is a high-value soul for both teams. Skarner with Mountain Soul, say it ain't so. A Leona, Lee Sin, and of course the Udyr, also very valuable. All the while, Do&B claims a tier 1 bot side, so there is that. Dragon started and procced by those plants. True Shot Barrage only catches one. Tarzan into the back a bit. Leave goes over the wall though to stun onto Do&B, who got hit by the arrow, but that's a lot of tools down. Tarzan goes from flash, gets onto PP, got the hostile takeover after. Is good. Shanji trying his best to be a frontline. Does not match what the Skarner can do in terms of survivability. And Aki is brought down to size as well. It's over. Dragon goes down. Anyone's touching win another fight. And
He's been a great Ashe player. He's 2,000 gold ahead of Leaf. He doesn't have to be the main damage source this game either, but having the extra 2,000 gold in pocket, very, very nice. The fact that Azir doesn't even need to go down to the Atakan as the best objective damage dealer on his team is insults to injury, folks. NIP, I genuinely don't see how they win this game now.
Very, very tricky. It's a clutch kick on someone key when Skarner's not around.
I don't think that's enough, because the kick, if it's onto Azir, has enough HP to survive that combo. Yeah, we're seeing a trade of Atakan for side lane turret. Flanders is going to even come. This is even a bit of trouble here. He's going to maybe dive into the 1v1. This is a problem.
Kicks out. Where's he going to go? The whole ward hops over. The strike breaker slow. Flashes to the other side. I think Flandre can keep chasing though. Where's your next ward hop? Oh! Make sure Do&B's flash is in vain.
Bullseye from onto Do&B. It goes down to Hope, that Archer we just highlighted earlier. Simple as you like now from anyone's legend. You have yourself the ability to walk in and just take whatever the hell you want. There is no way NIP are able to cut through you.
The Wingborn Storm comes out, and they do at least have decent wave clear still between the Zyra and the empowered Wingborn Storm. And Surreal as well with the True Shot Barrage can do a fair amount of it, but Flandre will claim out this turret in the bot side. Do&B could not finagle his way out of that one. It does go down.
Why did NIP give Skarner, man? Why did they give it? I don't even care that Zyra's ahead in gold. Skarner's just not a fair champion. You know, even Flandre had a difficult early game because he was dove so much. He's now doing rumble things. AL looks so much more comfortable on a composition that doesn't fall off after, you know, one failed dive in the early game. And now we'll be back to even, and it's series on.
That it is, and the other side of this, right, Shanji, who was ahead in the lane, isn't anymore, and as you were kind of talking about with the Rumble side of it, the other side is Shanji is not tanky into this amount of damage and this amount of anti-tank damage too. Double Leandri's Riftmaker builds, you don't survive that Shanji, even with the terrifying and Undying Despair Fimbulwinter combo.
It's just a ton of stuff that outranges and slows you. Shanks could potentially even go for a shuffle here if he wants to. Chooses not to, they'll take the turret. The easy way, Tarzan flies into the wall and flies out.
Be a bit careful here, still has the ability to impale though, and Shanji tries to run away, can't. Hostile takeover, Brent's easy follow-up. Toby has teleported in, kicks Tarzan away, and regrets his choices immediately.
It does, and the Atakan is still available for 30 seconds. It's not like there's any risk to that. NIP, they're coming up short now. Could he do it in a cold, rainy night in Stoke?
No. No, of course not. He's not Robin Hood, is he? Hang on.
Who could he?
Flandre, remember, doesn't have the flash. Burned it early. They're going to try and pick this one up. That's not bad, actually. With 25 seconds on the Mountain Dragon. Gets a shield from Kyle. Survives.
Oh, it's so nasty.
Why is Tarzan at nearly no HP? He must have been chunked somewhere else all the while. That's potentially valuable here, coming into a dragon in 10 seconds.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened. All right, and if you get the throw items of the Serilders, maybe. But that's one person against 3 damage carries on the other side. The Azir can carry a fight, the Ashe can carry a fight, the Rumble can definitely carry a fight too. They get themselves another Mountain Dragon, which is
where the Skarner is. There's the handshake, it's onto PP God.
Oh, Skarner's on the side. Where's
Arrow
he
lands
going?
onto PP God, Tarzan to the backline, onto Do&B, not the best target. PP God though, likely just going to fall out. The Solar Flare comes on through. Do&B going to be hit by the shuffle, doesn't get that much value. Will ward hop towards Shanji with that safeguard. Aki jumped on by Flandre, who just flashes out now, tries to stay alive, but the burn is too much. Leave not doing any damage. Missed the cube from Do&B, so no way into the fight. Ixtal impact into the wall, into a suppression. The Impale stakes the vampire who returns from the dead, of course, in Do&B to the LPL, and they lose 3, make that 4 members, and there's nothing left to be done. Tarzan's just driven into the base. Lee's got nowhere to go, it's game over.
And it is leave stage left. As the Pandas in a classic battle for Pandas take down the Ninjas absolutely easy as you like in game 2. they'll be walking through. However, beyond this point, no Skarner, no Rumble for the rest of the series. This might be something that works out in NIP's favor beyond this, but it definitely didn't for this game.
They tried something, that's for sure. They gave up the Skarner, and it did not work, folks. Skarner got to Skarner all over the game. The Scorpion Sting is just as bad as his bite. This is post-nerf, guys. Oh my days.
Just completely dragged out of that. Things change massively beyond that point. Anyone's Legend. I don't think their composition does the same thing, necessarily.
The first time we've seen standard lanes. There's not seen a Blitzcrank hook on screen as yet. Tarzan and Aki find each other. Tarzan, though, will go thundering, smashing through the clone, and Aki forced to earn a heal from PP God, but the double cosmic binding back really hurts. Kyle can look for a hook. Big Achu across Kyle put in danger. They get the hook on to leave! Oh no! Kyle flashes out, and the little dragon is put in the dirt. Dragon slaying, and they keep on fighting. Aki's about to go down, goes Nimbus striking back, and they get two! Hope about to fall, a final auto might do it, come through and get a flash auto forwards! It's the PP God of your dreams, head to church. It's not quite Saturday, but it is Sabbath for the bot lane. PP God leave TPs back in and somehow drop spawning. Have spawn. And of course with the fact that Aki went the other direction, thought it might be a little bit late, but between worlds happens, Hope is in danger. Big hook though onto PP God, and Kai'Sa picks up another kill. Can't quite get the E to secure Hope. The weirding not quite enough. The problem is, of course, that Hope is very, very low. Ends up being a trade of the objectives. It's just the extra kill that kind of comes on through, especially because Top's... Oh, that's not bad. PP got it, maybe in danger afterwards. Gets away though. Mum is summoned. Kyle goes over the wall, but there is Tarzan. PP God tries to heal up, finally goes down the frenzied malls. And the stunning shift doing a lot of work, but now Doinby on the other side. Jumps onto Tarzan, who will ult away. They don't have quite enough follow-up. Turn around now as a flash for the Thundering Smash comes on through. I don't know whether Tarzan needed to do that. Got a bit baited in there. Shanks now throws down the Hex Storm. And the Arcane Storm, I apologize. Shanji and Flandre trading one out. And Shanji gets a buckler shield. No, he doesn't. He just hits him with the buckler. The buckler flies into an awkward location. And the hook leads to a kill. And it goes towards this Kai'Sa, which is great news. Hope has been getting a lot of these kicks, and that's a big, big deal. Kill. And Shanks can just begin to meander towards the spot lane and pick up the wave there. Why is Doinby playing a turret? Doinby should secure that with 6 grubs. Damage is done. They know where they're ready. A lot of control wards and a Blitzcrank to be able to take command of the river. The Tempered Fate goes wide, but Shanks is forced to step into an awkward spot for it. Flash away. Out comes Mum, who is swiftly ignored. Karens are ignored by anyone's Legend. They are a bit too chatty. That one, Doinby has to flash out of the pit. He's been trading with Flandre. Kyle has to flash in trade. Big hook onto Shanji. The Keeper's Verdict goes wide into the backline, though. Shanks goes down because Between Worlds gets a value. PP God gets traded. Into the backline goes Hope, though, who still have the killer instinct. Anyone's Legend are just team fighting better. Hope picks their moment and absolutely slits the throat of multiple members of NIP. I thought Shanks going down could be a moment there for the side of NIP, and instead Anyone's Legend have an AD carry who now picks up 2 kills off the back end of this. Hoo boy, 5-1 on 2 Kai'Sa. There's a Herald in mid lane. The game just exploded for Anyone's Legend. I'd see a replay, because Doinby starts this play by going into the pit, immediately having to flash out because Flandre is in there. Doesn't get a teleport back in. And NIP threw everything in the kitchen sink and get no one. Arcane Storm burns. That's about it as far as the ultimates on the other side. Mom, Tempered Fate, Between Worlds, nothing works. And the HP bars are significantly worse. Ocean Dragon's up. I think Anyone's Legend, it's their fight to lose. NIP are going to have to play this one with 2 of their health bars at half HP. Shanji about to have that Cassante coming for the flank angle. It's going to be dicey into the back line. Aki tries to get onto Hope, forces a knock-up, hasn't been able to ult freely. Cyclone Part 2 is decent, but Kai'Sa still gets 2. Shanji into the back line, tries to Hope, just does not give a damn. A triple kill to the Kai'Sa, whose killer instinct is pure lethality this game. Soul secured. Anyone's Legend are surely winning game 3.
And it came
Moon
in
is just a battle station in the form of a Kai'Sa. I don't know where. It is an angle. It is something. You do have phenomenal scaling. Hang on. Hook goes through after the temper. They're going to try and pick up the Blitzcrank, but again, they just can't get it. And Shanji, wall charges to the wall. That's a bit of a bold one. Kyle went through the wall, will likely die here, does so. Smolder summoned. They get up, pick off Shanji. Taken low, but not down. Has a healing shrine to pick themselves back up. Doesn't have a teleport, but can look to reset regardless. They've got the man advantage for 30 seconds. You still have got damage. You do have that for NIP. The problem, of course, is until the Kai'Sa is dead, life is hard. Baron was taking the back end of his Tarzan, looking for Aki. We'll have a Warrior Trickster, not yet used. Flandre goes in, gets interrupted on the W, had to flash away, because there is an option to execute. This Cassandra, even with the Ocean Soul trying to burn down, does go down. They've got onto Hope! Hope burns as well! They've got 3! Atakar now unavailable. Tarzan, he's striking a lot of value. Big stump from PP, got onto the wall. Shanks is shanked. Knifed at the back. The Zhonya's buys some time. It will not save his life. On the other side, Shanji throws down the steadfast presence. NOP are low, but they get 4 into Ocean Soul. That's what they wanted in the last play, but they break the Baron. They do it into Ocean Soul. They'll get Atakan. I don't know whether it saves them. The game going right back to manageable. They've got withdrawals. They can look to trade a bit forward. Tempered Fate onto multiple members. Where's the angle for Hope? Looking to get some angles in. Kyle gets executed. The Blitzcrank dying sequentially now. A lot harder. Still got withdrawals to up if they get the mid lane tier 1 and the gold. To Aurora, a fed Wukong, and a scaled Smolder would be one of your better options. Flandre shoved into a wall. Mum comes flying on through and will surely burn out again. Doumbé goes across the Veil one more time. Doumbé will now be forced to withdraw. Aki into the backline, looking to get some more threat. Trying to clear out the turrets, and they do so. Tarzan goes flying on forwards, but Smolder's still untouched. Hope nearly burning out, doesn't quite. They will get some withdrawals, and PP God and Shanji now try to back away. They get multiple kills. They do have Shanji into the backline. Flash! And the heroic charge does the work onto Hope. There is no keeper's verdict required. The judgment, though, is... They must have at least got some wards down in their own jungle to find some ways to interrupt. Keeper's verdict away, knocks away Tarzan. That means there's no one here to get the smite. NIP secure Elder. Phenomenal keeper's verdict from Shanji. Flash from PP, got to try and find an angle to try and get onto Shanji. Continue to try and hunt forward, Tempered Fate, force flash, but that's a flash keeper's verdict, sorry. Heroic charge. Flandre in the game, you have to come and fight. Tarzan, flash, ult. Could look to flip this. You steal Elder, you steal Baron here. Game's right back on. Hook lands into the backside. It's going to be the Baron secured by Smolder. They kill off PP, but in the backline, Aki goes! Huge damage. The burn not quite enough on the Tarzan gets away, but now Shanks is down, but didn't have the flash. You lose your support for the victor. The people who traded flash with each other eventually die in the fight, but now Elder and Baron a minute with both. LIP have lost so much of their damage in that mid lane. Shanks is not here. Flandre cannot stand and deliver, cannot tank. LIP emboldened to step forward with 6 scrubs, with Baron. The first inhibitor falls in a matter of moments. How far do they want to chase? They've not got any waves anywhere else. Anyone's legend have to clear the wave. Mum comes flying across Flandre, left burning, has to run away. Hope down to half HP of a single sneeze and a scoop of Scorcher Breath. They're onto the Nexus turret. Anyone's legend have to pull the trigger now. It's all over. Hope in the back, but it's still a steadfast presence. Hope dies today. It is not a new Hope. It is the Empire striking back. And the Ninjas in Pyjamas will find their way to series point. For the Shins out, you have got this backing you up. But now you've got a lot of pixies. Mantra Q, that Soul Flare is the name of Mantra Q, as opposed to Inner Flame is just base Q. They've got different names, you know, depending on whether you've mantraed them or not. I know Mantra W is Renewal. PP God will grand entrance away. Teleport behind. They want to play this. Aki's come on over. Got a double counter-strike angle. Finds the engage. Flashes out of the seismic shove. Kyle flashes in trade on the other side. There is a route from the Chompers. As PP God in danger, but gets to battle dance out to safety. Flash for the Mantra Q! And Doumbé gets the kill. Nature's Grasp comes on down. Prevents Kyle from Shanks from finding a decent angle. This Tree, though, now being attacked, gets slowed down, polymorphed, turned into a little snowman, but now Flandre nearly at Meganar. Looks for a route onto Leave, who's still got Onslaught and Crescendum to work with, so can do a lot of work. Heals up. Shanks flashes on forward himself, and now Shanji in danger. Doomby gets a shield. Hope in danger on the other side. Flash away. Hope cleanses. Would just about die, but can't quite do it as Leave is healing on up, but it ends up being an additional kill back, but all the while the grubs are happening. Shanks in danger, gets knocked up, but flashes away. Has no mana. Tarzan has respawned, and that means PP got down to dry. Doomby gets hopped on twice this time. Grub secured, but 3 kills in the extended play. Goes to anyone's legend somehow, some way. These are huge. That Soul Flare going wide, also big. And some really clutched flashes to avoid the re-engages from NIP means they lose 2 additional kills. It's very nice. It's just messy. Still get double objectives here. So it's not the end of the world. Shanks, though, going to step on forward. He's got to shove on to Leave. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. There's Chompers on top of him. He's just dead. And they get another knock-up. And PP God's going to go down. That's double kill to Hope. NIP punished on the extraction from objectives twice in a row. Step the seismic shove, can't. There's Chompers waiting, stunned up for forever. That is not what you want to see. Shanks gets chunked there. Shanji trading up with Flandre. Gets a decent ult off in trade, but Flandre, I think he's just going to get the solo kill here. That's just a dead top laner. Sap Magic ain't going to save you. And Flandre picked up another kill. Really nice. Yeah, I think that has just done it with Shinzao around as well. The reset forced off Leave is big, but they're going to rotate multiple members top. Trying to jump on a Flandre. He's got Meganar coming. I don't know about this, guys. Counter-Strike doesn't land it. They flashed away from that. Shanji hasn't taken aggro tool just yet. Renewal's going to come on down, and they do get the shutdown going onto the Jax. That's pretty nice. Hang on. How did Jax take aggro at the end of that? That's really unfortunate. A 1-for-1 is not what you wanted. Eats the wrong end of it, and the Gnar still gets a kill. Turret is saved with the teleport, and now feats of strength have gone the way of anyone's legend because they picked up that first turret alongside the Martial Mastery. Those early kills going across. Pepper God gonna get jumped on. Grand entrances over the wall. Flandre's gonna keep running at him though. I don't know about this. We'll be able to battle dance out to safety, I think, because Doomby is here. Gets a shield. Nars. Looking down this Jinx with the cleanse already on her is going to be very, very hard. Ghostblade first on the Aphelios has been the first item of choice of late. Gives you more move speed. You do get lethality from your scaling in the mid game. It means you hit really hard. It was a very squishy comp still. Won't be that much armor built up. So that goes making a lot of value. Shanks eats a Mantra Q, but Doomby flashes out. It's gone towards the Malignants. Because you do ult so much, you get a lot of value out of it. Here comes the teleport to try to jump onto Flandre again. Aki at half HP. Not really that threatening, but they've teleported Doomby down. They want to try and play for this turret, but that means they're racing. Because it's a tier 2 topside. I don't know about this, folks. I really don't. Flandre gets the ult to the wall, but here comes the re-engage. Flandre going to get charmed, flashed up, but there's the turnaround ult with Shanji. Nature's grasping that one. Shanji gets the kill. This time there's no trade, but the tier 2 is still going to fall. Rocket comes across, gets a kill onto Jax with the rocket from downtown. Shanji ults, PP got ult, Flandre tries to flash away, does not, dies, and it's looking all good. Now Aki gets shielded by the Karma and then watch the rockets. Woo! Splashes off Doomby to kill the Jax. I wondered, now the Herald goes through mid lane, gets the tier 1, tier 2 falls straight after. Tarzan feels empowered to go forwards. Rocket goes wide. NIP say, cool, we're not playing for this tier with this dragon. We want to get this tier 1 top. Leaves going up there. We give that up. Doomby needs to be a bit wary. If they find the wind becomes lightning, they could jump that. Hang on. Doomby going to be in a spot of bother and just dies. Yep. That is not a tanky Karma. Does not have Seraphs for another 5 stacks. Just needed 5 stacks for that extra shield. And now Shanji's being jumped. This game is a wash. Lee's going to keep shoving. They were never going to be able to defend this inhibitor turret anyway. Shanji keeps running away. It's a bit of speed up from something. Inhibitor's going to go down. Gnar keeps running after them. I think they can keep chasing that one. How long until Doomby respawns? Leave. Got a Sentinel turret down. Does get a tier 2. How far can this Aphelios go? They're going to lose 2 inhibitors off this, though. which is really rough. All the while, the Maokai is continuing to be run down by this Nah. That's hilarious. W to the wave, yeah. Whee! Stopped. Lulu empowers, Rocket comes across, Tarzan picks up with the Crescent Guard to deny the attempted save from PP God. There is your second dragon. And if Jinx hits 3 items while you're at 2, it feels kind of sad. Teleport coming on through, PP God now in danger. May need to burn the quickness, does so. Tarzan gets the knock up with the 3 Talon Strike regardless, and the Rakan is just dead. Plucked out of the air. Has no feathers in his wings anymore. We head on to Atakan. There's no contest. There's no way you fight this one. You have to get this up, and what's going to happen is Leave is going to try and shove for mid. There is no Weaver's Wall on Shanks, but he can come down and try and clear out the wave. And does not enjoy the damage. Will shield themselves. And we return back to where we came. Knock up onto Tarzan, who may be forced to ult here. Actually does so. Crescent Guard comes on down. The fight on the other side, though, leaves Jax dead, and Tarzan survives more than long enough. Battle down tower. Shanji left out to dry. The tree becomes a snowman. And they lose 2. There's your front line gone. The Jax is jaxed. No longer appearing in this movie. All inhibitors down. Atakan's up. They might just look to try and end it. This might be the most dominating game of the series. They're on to Nexus turrets. One goes down. Shanks, kind of low. So is Flandre. Leave. Finds an angle. Could do a lot of work, but he's already burned the ultimate. To no kills coming on through. Again, the damage is not bad, but I hope he's shielding so many people up. The wild growth comes on down. Quickness is there. They get a withdrawal. That's something. Flandre nearly a mega. Decent withdrawal as after Doomby gets a good renewal. They hold on to the game. Their Nexus turret just about standing up here. That is it. Become anyone's legends. PP God is not there. We're shielding Doomby on the shove. They can just go again, guys. They can just go again. Soul Flare lands. Tarzan eats about 10% of their HP. Oh my days, this Jinx. So annoying. Weaver's Wall comes across. The best I've ever seen. Flandre gonna get hit with that renewal. Rooted in place into the Maokai up, but there's just no follow-up. Aki low. Counter strikes. Hops back out. All inhibitors back down again. Decent chunk. Can't keep following. There's a ward there. That Sentinel turret doing its work. Shanji down to half. TP right back on in. PP God gets to the backside, but cannot get the quickness shoved back onto Hope, which is hilarious. And they do kill the Lulu. 1 for 1 right now. The problem is support for support is not the best trade. When you've only got an extra turret standing as Boomy. Run down! And there's nothing left in the tank. Anyone's legend. Absolutely eviscerate NIP. Not in play. That's what it stands for this time around, because they could not execute to do a lot of damage onto those backline carries. If you're Olaf or you're Akali, do not get a decent amount of gold, you're down. Oh my days, hang on, I was backing away for a second. I was about to get some damage down. Hope just about goes down. As the Alistair Rowe mid gets the kill. Kyle gets that. Flash, Tarzan gets the interrupt there. They get the passive that's cleansed away by Leave. Tries to get something back and does not. It's 1 for 1. Aki now in the jungle. Looking to get onto Kyle, actually, hilariously. Trying to mess around with this jungle invade. The Shen done a lot of work with it. Doesn't have the Shadow Dash available. I think Kyle has just gone very, very deep. Doomby looking to be donated this kill. It's a 5-point strike. The Undertow lands and PP God picks it up. That's kind of hilarious. 2 kills onto your Alistair. Slightly frustrating. Zach, who's had a pretty tough old time so far, making things work. PP God gonna be ignited. Glacial Prison lands. Oh my days, just about out with the speed up from Nimbus Cloak. Leave though, left out to dry a little bit here, needs to run away. Just about survives. Tarzan can't run him down all the while. Look at the Olaf! Zig's nowhere to go. Now Shanji has got to bother. Flandre dies as well. Shanji trying to play this one up best he can. Wants to get one more card, and it just ends up being A 2-for-1, I think, in the end. Finally, Shanji goes down, but gets a lot of work done. Somehow, PP God is the one with 3 of these early kills. NIP, yes, the gold is not too bad, but you really, really, really need the Sakali to be threatening. I just don't know whether she's going to be quite yet. Second set of grubs started. NIP don't want to give 6 grubs to a Ziggs and a Yone. It's understandable they're over here and fighting first. First one secured. Satchel pushes one back. Flandre looking for the flank. Leave on the other side. Lands the deadly flourish onto Tarzan on the other side, though. Shen traded out for the Alistair. Akali finally gets a pick. Shanji, though, now in danger. Just about walks out of it. Doesn't have the Ragnarok to work with. Passive from Aki. Shanks flashes forwards. Gets a kill onto the Olaf, but on the other side, the Cell division is swiftly just deleted in general. Eviscer. Ooh, Glacial Prison lands into the Fate Sealed. Shanks absolutely breaks their ankles. And suddenly anyone's legend are up 3,000 gold. They're going to get first turrets. The Satchel can come down, and I think that just broke the camel's back. Oh dear. You needed... But the Alistair is ahead. And the Alistair that had 3 kills is only 100 gold ahead of this bloody Shen. Not what you need to see. Shanji will go into Ragnarok, but just doesn't win the trade. Eventually, Aki comes on over trying to get on top of the Soul rebinding, but I think there's going to be a Q3 available. Remember, there's no passive. You've got Blade of the Rune King. You might be able to say let's bounce, but I don't think even with your passive on the W, the volatile cell's just not enough. Tarzan claims it with the Glacial Prison, and the Sejuani Yone combo is looking... But we're still on the way of feats of strength, because it will have to be over the objectives. Utility game, I have to be able to pop people, and I don't blame him. It's just going to be really, really hard. You need the mother of all wombo combos. You need Shanji to get on top of that Ziggs and remove them before they can get a full combo off. You need Shanks to whiff a team fight. How likely is that going to be to happen at this point? Shanks. Herald summoned slightly awkwardly in mid lane. A reminder with the Ziggs will likely be a very hefty set of charges. Aki goes on in, forced to flash out of hope. Shanks trading off with PP God on the other side. Doomby lands the Shuriken flip, but it's onto the pig. You don't want to go ball hunting right now. Glacial Prison lands, and Shanks keeps going forwards onto the Akali. Mid lane turret falls. Mega Inferno Bomb puts leave to 10% HP. Doomby trying to outplay with Shanks. Flash use. Perfect execution part 2, and the Shuriken flip does get them out to safety, but again, the flash is traded. Again, Doomby doesn't get value. Flandre will umbral dash over the wall. And now Flandre puts the ultimate up. The world is ending. And NIP, I think, is ending in a game 5 scraping of silver. In goes Shanji. Kyle can't ult actually in, and this might be a moment for this Olaf. Flandre trying to hop away. Still can't get CC. Kyle now in danger. The undertow just wide, and the Ragnarok will end. TP now back in. This will be Shanks coming on in. It's a bit deep, though. Needs to try and play around. Tarzan on the side. Leave just about alive. Shanks low. Would be getting an Immortal Shield Bow heal. It goes down. That's critical. They've overplayed it. NIP might have their moment. Need to get over the wall. They both do. They lose 2. It could have been so much. Kyle dashes away. Glacial Prison lands. Oh, Doomby tries to get out. And the passive with the Soul and Bound gets the kill. Shanks 7-1 and 4 is agent. They'll turn it potentially into a dragon after. They're just going to decide against it. Say, look, we'd rather have Atakan. At least on the other side, Aki trading out on that dragon means they can't stack dragons on top of everything else. It's... Hang on! No, wait. Holy moly! It's Ruinous Atakan! I hadn't paid attention! We had enough kills to get Ruinous Atakan in a game 5? No! Tell your friends, tell your family, this was the day that Ruinous Atakan actually spawned in a League of Legends game. It's in a game 5. It's in one that would send you hurtling to a pole position in the upper bracket, through the upper bracket. It's anyone's legend that claimed it. The legends foretold that we'd eventually get one. Holy moly. Ooh, Glacial Prison. And the Leandry's burn brings down 2. Holy moly, the damage is coming on through. They've even got the empowered buff to ensure they kill neutral objectives faster now as well. That's one of the big things you get from Ruinous Atakan. That's incredible. I wasn't paying attention. I was just thinking about how the game was over. I was waxing lyrical narratively, and here we are. Curtains are called. Tarzan takes a bit of a jump, but the turret falls. In goes Shanks. The fates are sealed. Leaves a little bit to desire this game. This Jhin cannot do it. There are no 3 wishes. Feels like more... There we go. Problem solved. We brought him in. You're welcome. Shanji hit with the Mega Inferno bot. Oh my days, they do so much damage. Shanks looking for an angle. It's decent from PP God. It's not going to buy enough time. Shanks gets headbutted away, so can't get as much combo as he'd like. Actually now, wait. They get a few, but Shanks is doing so much work. Tarzan's going to come flying on in. Flandre going to try and get the passive. They get the momentary reprieve, but Shanji cannot run far enough away to escape the permafrost. And even with the shield, doesn't have enough. Aki dies. Flandre picks it up. It's a bit messy. It is. It's a 4 for 3. Doomby alone survives, but Tarzan's had none of it. It's going to leave Flandre to shove. Doomby can't reset. And they burn everything in the kitchen sink. Every flash, every summoner is blown. And you only go 4 for 3. It's something, don't get me wrong. The satchel weight isn't enough. And Shanks finally falls, but not before taking other people with him. And this time they just return to sender. There isn't enough in the tank anymore. That's 2 more dead. You've got so much to work with. Thornmail plus Unending Despair on Tarzan makes him such a nightmare. Gets the slow with the Moss Stomper empowered by another permafrost. Aki running, doesn't quite die to the Unbound Soul passive. Shanji hit with the Infernal Chain. It's not going to be quite dragged back, but there's another inhibitor turret popped. Inhibitor itself falls. Imps Legend can just head towards that top side. Finish the jobs the minions started for them earlier. All the while, look at Tarzan. There's a replay happening. That's how the pick happens. Of his passive. Every other auto does magic damage. It is a Sejuani Yone masterclass. 10, 2, and 6 on the Yone. Set up for success. Reminder, AL did a funny old lane swap. He put Shanks to the top side. PP God, unfortunately meeting the swords of Longinus. When he is about to be crucified, gets away. The Unbreakable Will buys him a bit of time, but Aki is the sacrificial blob. There are no lambs to the slaughter. Feels like big game hunting now for anyone's legend. They want this scalp flash. Fate sealed. Shanks continues to stab straight through the heart of NIP. A triple kill to Hope, who springs eternal and douses the dreams of NIP. They're heading down to lower bracket, humbled by anyone's legend, who are going to be your legends. They might well be LPL legends.